Playboy Dan Bilzerian emerged as the king of Instagram around 2013 with the story of being a poker and lady crusher. During the early 2020 quarantine, Dan gave up sex and weed to focus on writing the story of his life. Save yourself the 1999 and time wasted on reading the book and check out this too long didn't read video version of the story of Dan Bilzerian. Dan is the son of Paul Bilzerian, convicted securities fraud scam artist, who stole a large sum of money. Much of that was never recovered by the government or his victims. Bilzerian eventually came to be known as the king of Instagram, and stories that he won over 50 million in high-stakes poker games in 1 year started to circulate. The poker world doubts this story. No witnesses or video exist. Dan's fame started to grow as well as his harem of models. Mainstream media started to cover his story, and his legendary status exploded. He named himself the GOAT, the greatest of all time, and used this term for branding. Things were going well. Dan's fame was exploding. He even was in a major movie which he paid his way into. But things started to turn bad when Dan threw a porn star off a rooftop into a pool, breaking her foot. Footage also appeared of him kicking a woman in a nightclub in a dispute. Cracks were appearing in Dan's doings, but he still had a legion of millions of hardcore fans. After years of zero footage of Dan playing poker, he went on hedge fund manager and multimillionaire friend Bill Perkins' account and showed the world he was a subpar player who looked clueless on video. In 2016, Bilzerian launched a premium cannabis brand called Ignite that went public on the Canadian market. Dan held a launch party where he ended up kicking a Dope magazine reporter out, claiming he was drunk, exposing a pattern of blaming people for being intoxicated to cover his failures. After learning the cannabis industry and consumers could care less about his cannabis products, he started to pivot into CBD and other cannabis-related products. Dan, as the CEO of the company, delayed on releasing the 2019 finances, which are due by law as a public company. Information eventually showed a loss of $50 million with massive spending on Dan's lifestyle, including rental of his $200,000 a month LA home and other high-end purchases that had nothing to do with his business. Furthermore, a lawsuit by a former company VP was slapped on Dan, which showed Bilzerian claimed he was on drugs during the job after he informed the CEO he must stop his spending. Dan now needs to fight and be successful before the company goes under, where he will lose it all and now have to get a real job and become a nighttime Uber driver.